Health and wellness is so important. And given our New Year's resolution of 2016, we all want to be healthy, happy, and in great shape. We have with us on Community Connection, Nadia Akanan, who is the owner of the Wholeistic Wellness Center on Ford Road in our community. And we want to welcome you, Nadia, to Community Connection.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Everybody's New Year's resolution for 2016 is probably, I want to be healthier, I want to eat healthier, I want to make sure that I cook healthier. And you have this center, it's called the Wholeistic Wellness Center, where that's your focus.
Right.
First, tell us about the center.
Absolutely.
And tell us about why you decided that this was important to have in our community.
Well, the Wholeistic Wellness Center was founded about 5 years ago, and I was an obese child before. So in my childhood, I was an obese, and I was 200 pounds after I had my first daughter.
You're kidding! Oh my goodness!
So this passion.
You're absolutely gorgeous now.
Oh,
so
thank you.
Obviously, what you're doing works.
Yes, but what I learned is weight loss is not just a diet to follow for a certain time. It's a long-term
lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle that you want to follow, and that's why I call it the Wholeistic Wellness Center. It's a whole. We want to try to eat whole food and be healthy to prevent diseases and live longer. And that's why I came up with the idea of having the Wholeistic Wellness Center to offer our community a healthy weight loss or new habits that they can gain from learning new eating habit and follow it on a daily basis.
And I think that's so important. It's about habits. It's about what you're used to. And really eating healthy is about, first of all, we're not really the food, but changing your habits and changing what you reach for, changing what your idea of eating is. A lot of people who are really busy, they go through the drive-through. They think McDonald's, Burger King. If they have a fish sandwich, they think, okay, it's fish, it's healthy.
Right.
So, what are your thoughts on that, and how do we sort of adjust to that kind of lifestyle?
Absolutely. Well, it's a knowledge. First, you want to try, my message is you want to try to go whole and try to eat food that is whole food, like, real vegetables, real protein, like fish, chicken, meat, red meat, and like nuts, and fruits in general. So these are like whole food, plant-based, not canned, not packaged food, because these can damage your gut and your brain nerves, so that you're craving more food and you're craving unhealthy foods, and that way the roller coaster is just the same over and over.
Okay, so walk us through a healthy breakfast.
A healthy breakfast, basically, it's a whole grain, not whole wheat. There's a difference.
Okay, what's the difference?
The whole wheat is not whole grain, so you have to have the whole grain in the.
So what would be an example of a whole grain?
It says on a whole grain on your bread, on your toast. It says whole grain. You can find in the market like whole grain bread, whole wheat bread. So there's a difference. It's not the whole germ.
I thought the whole wheat bread was the healthy stuff.
Nope,
it's not.
It's right.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of like half healthy.
It's half of the grain, so it's half healthy. I love it.
So, so 2 eggs, boiled eggs, or scrambled eggs with olive oil, some avocados. This is healthy breakfast. Oatmeal with some real fruit, not the
honey?
Instant. Honey is good if you want to add a natural sweetener. Stay away from sugar. These are like, this is a healthy breakfast, or a smoothie. Now, the smoothies is just so popular. You want to know what you put in your smoothie. You want to have healthy fat, healthy vegetables. You can use the kale. It's a power food that, really kale. It's a full of nutrients and vitamins, and also it's an antioxidant. You can do spinach. It's really good, and then add some bananas and cinnamon, So these are like, and then almond milk, unsweetened for sure. So you want to stay away from sugar as much as you can. So this is a healthy, and you can add your own protein powder. There's so many in the market. Always read the ingredients.
Yes.
Ingredients. It's not the food label. It's not like what's the nutrition facts. You want to read the
what's
label.
in there, and if you can't pronounce 3/4 of the items, you
and
don't get it.
if it's more than 5, stay away from. If it's more than 5 ingredients, I recommend that you stay away from.
You know, the smoothies, what I usually make is I have a banana. It's very simple. So tell me if this is healthy or not.
Sure.
A banana, I do strawberries. Sometimes I do the frozen strawberries if I can't get them fresh. And I put milk, 2% milk, and I put honey in there, and I mix it up.
That's great. You know, my suggestion is if you would add just some sort of protein, and you can just throw some almonds, real almonds, the raw ones. You know, these are like good source of protein. Avocado is source of protein. You know, even though it's fat, but it's...
How would the avocado taste with the banana and the strawberry?
It will be really good, yes. You can, yeah, but, or you can just choose a plant-based protein, you know, like whey protein or...
So with the eggs in the morning, it's okay with, I mean, in terms of cholesterol, because you hear too many eggs, you know, if somebody has cholesterol. Right, so is it better to eat it?
Well, recent researches has found that eggs with the yolk is not related to cholesterol. So, and I eat eggs sometimes every day. Sometimes I do the smoothie, depend. But it's not. What really makes, like almonds, real raw almonds and nuts, it really helps to increase your good cholesterol and decrease your bad cholesterol.
So the almond milk would probably be better. Does that work or no?
The almond milk is good.
Okay.
It's not bad, but however, going more with the natural is better.
Okay.
But you know, with the smoothie, it adds more flavor to it, and it give it the thickness that it's need.
Okay.
Yes.
That sounds good. Okay, so now that's breakfast, and that's a lot of choices.
Absolutely.
And I love oatmeal. So,
absolutely.
What's a healthy lunch?
Lunch will be usually sometimes, if you're on a go, we were just talking about how busy we are and how we don't have time to cook or make, you know, sometimes, you know.
French fries.
No, that's not a good option.
Not happening, not happening.
No. So usually I pack like.
Chili dogs, I'm sorry. Chili dogs, and I see Bob over there going like this. He's a chili dog connoisseur, I guess, that you would say, and he's always telling me he's having chili dogs, and I'm going, no chili dogs, and I'm telling eat healthy.
Right.
So that's not a good health choice for lunch, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, you heard it from the nutritionist,
and then
Bob.
Yesterday I was watching actually a documentary on insiders, and if you really see the videos how they make the hot dogs and the processed food, you will never
eat a hot dog again.
Eat a hot dog, or I never had before any hot dogs. I didn't like it from the beginning to begin with. But but if you really make your researches and look and find out what's going on in the industry, you will find out that this is a big game. In the industry, so they sell more. It's it's kind of like scary because these manufacture, they it's processed packages, processed food. It's out in the market. Even though if you go to the market these days, 90% of the market is packaged. It's these aisles with packaged food that it's really sometimes scary. And then looking at the whole food area where you can find your fruits, vegetables, and meat, only 10% of the whole market.
That's true. That's true.
And most of your basket is full of boxes. And cans.
Which is preservatives and additives.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is not healthy. So going back to the good or healthy lunch, you can do a good protein bars, which is that's one of the choices that we offer in our center. I make my own protein bars. So I have my own protein bars. It's whole food made from only 5 ingredients, and I actually sell them in my center.
Okay.
So it's no sugar added, no preservatives, and I make them by order so they stay fresh and healthy. So these are and there's so many in the market as well. So these are the good options. That's on the go, like if you're really running out of time, you don't have time to sit down and eat, grab a protein bar. You can also pack some fruits and vegetables like carrots. If you work in an office or that you have a little fridge, you can always have your yogurt. A Greek yogurt, it has 15 grams of protein in a Greek yogurt. So this is enough protein for you because protein makes you full. It makes you
gives you energy.
Energy, absolutely. You can have some rice cakes, almond butter, raw almond butter to spread on. Grab a salad if you could with some chicken on top, or whatever you had left over. That's what I do. What your leftover will be for your lunch the second day.
What about the bread issue, white bread? You know, sandwiches. I mean, tuna sandwich is probably healthy for lunch, I would assume, right?
Right.
Or chicken salad sandwich or something. But what about the bread controversy? They say white bread is the worst thing for you. So you're saying whole grain breads work. So if you eat the whole grain breads, because I always feel guilty when I eat a lot of bread,
right?
Because it's carbs, it's whatever. But is it okay to eat the whole grain and not feel guilty, or is it something that you have to limit as well?
Well, you know, Siham, what I do is with my clients or in my community, what I tell them, it's quantity and quality. Okay, it's a quality of food and quantity of food. Okay. So it depends on, it doesn't mean if you had bread, it means it's bad, no. But if you had like 3-4 slices or 5 slices of bread, then that's bad, you know, or you had 3 sandwiches, this is not good, you know. But comparing like white bread and whole grain bread, you want to go with a whole grain bread. But don't feel guilty about it. If you had a good tuna with some, you know, good avocado spread and some lettuce, tomatoes, you know, make your good sandwich, and this is a healthy lunch, for example. So don't feel bad about if it's, you know.
And people say it's better to have a big lunch and a light dinner, but that's not usually the norm for everybody. Usually the norm is a bigger dinner. So how do you balance that, or is that not true? Is it okay to have a nice healthy bigger dinner than you do lunch?
Here we go. You just said it. If you had a healthy bigger dinner, then that's fine, as long as it's, you know, by 5 o'clock, you know, because here in our country we're so busy, and it feels like you really don't sit to have lunch. Lunch is kind of like a snack type of thing. Just, you know, so you really want to sit down and enjoy your meal. And if you had a bigger dinner, it's fine, as long as you're active after dinner and you're not like sitting on the couch watching TV.
But that's what I would say 75% of us do is after dinner you're so exhausted you just want to vegetate.
The best thing to do then, if you're not active after dinner, just choose the healthiest option that you have.
So what's a healthy dinner?
You can do like roasted vegetable with some a good filet steak. You can do baked chicken with a baked potato and some salad on the side. You know, so these are like healthy options you can go with, as long as you're enjoying one plate. A small amount of maybe about half a cup of pasta with some salads on the side. So these are like healthy options. Doesn't mean like I can't have pasta, because it's just a choice, and you want to choose the best out there.
Okay. There's a lot of high-calorie foods that are natural.
Right.
What are the ones that we really should stay away from? Because I know if somebody's trying to lose weight and being very careful with their diet and what they're eating, there is a lot of healthy foods out there that might not be the best choice if you're trying to lose weight, because some of those foods actually slow up your metabolism. So what are the foods to stay away from that otherwise look healthy? Right.
Well, if you're talking about, let's say talk about like raw cashews. Raw cashews it's healthy, like it's a natural form of nuts, and it's not roasted, it's 100% natural. So I just mentioned, it's just the quantity of it. So you can have about 1 ounce, maybe 18 pieces of cashews, raw cashews. This is the amount or your serving that you need on a daily basics or every other day, whatever, how you want to have your cashews. But if you had half a cup or 1 cup, this is a lot of calories. Here you want to kind of balance out the quantity of food that you eat. But when it comes in whole, like fruits, vegetables, nothing, you can't say it's not healthy or it's not good for my diet. It's good for your diet as long as you balance the quantity.
Are there foods that actually increase your metabolism?
The superfood can increase your metabolism, and sometimes the combination of food together can increase your metabolism. So, for instance, we can choose, if you compare...
I'm going to write this down.
Sure. If you compare, let's say, spinach and kale with carrots and tomatoes, they're 2 vegetables, but carrots and tomatoes has more calories than comparing kale and spinach, and they have more antioxidant than the carrot and the tomatoes. So it's called superfood. Superfood from the fruit list will be like an orange, apples, strawberries, all the berries, because they're a natural form of antioxidant, less calories. So these are superfood that can increase your metabolism. If you compare it to a banana,
and they're sweet too, so
they're
that's
sour
still
sweet.
Okay.
But if you compare it to a banana, a banana has 120 calories. However, it's natural. It's good for you. But if you're trying to lose weight and you want to increase your metabolism, go with the more like the berries, apples, oranges, citrusy fruits, you know. If you want to go with a dairy product, don't do cheese, do more like Greek yogurt, the plain one.
Okay.
You know, these are like, you know, sometimes like it's good. It's still a list of fruits. You still have a list of your dairy, but comparing the options together, you find out that there's a better option to go a best of the best.
There's been a conversation about the red meats as well, and beef and what have you, and the fact that it physically speaking, it may not be the healthiest for you, and it increases your chances of being ill, you know, gastrointestinal issues, and also it's been tied to cancer as well. So what is your view on that? And I know, you know, red meat is everybody's diet, whether you're at a restaurant, whether you're home. So what do we do with that? And for younger children too, how do you balance?
Well, you know, the problem with a red meat is if you can find organic red meat, it's the best option.
So what's the difference between organic
red meat?
Organic
is grass-fed.
Okay.
You know, or you know, it's organic, it's grass-fed, but with the process that, or the cow's been fed the hormones so they can grow bigger and faster, and you know, so here, you know, comes the problem when it comes to eating red meat. You want to choose organic meat and then lower it to twice a week because of the fat and your, you know, digestive system. So twice a week is okay. Don't do red meat every day. But if you can find organic, it's better for you.
Fish. I never used to eat fish, but I'm starting to develop a taste for it, which is a
That's
good
great.
thing. Yes. And I know fish is very healthy. But what about the fish and the controversy of all the chemicals that we find in our fish?
Because you know what? The thing is, it's not about chemicals. There's two different types of fish in the market. There's a wild-caught fish from the sea, and there's the farmers, farmed,
the genetically modified
as well.
Okay.
So here you really want to pay attention in reading the labels on your packages or on your frozen food. It's wild caught. Always choose wild caught fish, and these are the best. Raised like, especially like shrimp. We love shrimp. Everyone loves shrimp, but it's all raised, like it's hardly you can find a
healthy shrimp.
Like wild caught shrimp.
After a certain age, especially for women, after you hit 40, after 50, your metabolism slows down so much, and it's really more difficult, you know, to shed the pounds. So what would you suggest for someone that's in their 50s, let's say?
You know what? I don't agree with you on that.
Okay.
It's not that you are getting older or you're reaching certain age.
It's not about the metabolism kind of thing? It doesn't
it's
slow
about
down?
the food combination that you eat.
Okay.
Okay, so because I have so many clients and patients in my office where they come in that age range and they lose tremendously, and it's just amazing results, and you'll be amazed with the results that you can see on a 50-year-old woman or 45-year-old woman. Even I have 60 and 65-year-old women. They come because they want to prevent diseases like cholesterol and diabetes, but they lose weight. It's just about how you eat, what time you eat, the quantity, the quality. This is what it matters, and being active too.
You mentioned diabetes. A lot of individuals want to try to heal that kind of thing with natural foods and what have you. So what would you suggest for someone with diabetes who maybe is on the insulin, has to take medication, and what would that diet look like for them to maybe wean themselves off?
Right. The first recommendation is you want to read the book. It's called The Blood Sugar Solution for Dr. Hyman. And this book is amazing because it talks about how you really can transform your life and prevent diseases, even though you are diagnosed with the situation or diabetes or hypertension or whatever it is. But through food and eating whole food and cleansing your system, you can actually prevent it. And I've seen it in my practice where the doctor eliminated, the pills or the amount of pills that they take on a daily basis. So if he's giving 20 milligram of this, now it's 10, and then until it's completely, she's not diagnosed with it anymore. So sometimes my suggestion is eating whole food, stay away from packages, sugar substitution, anything that it's not made in a plant or from a plant, just stay away from it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Hypertension too is an issue, and I know that has a lot to do with the food intake and salt.
Right.
My mom has hypertension, and she will, when we're not looking, she'll take the salt shaker and she'll shake it on her food, and then I try to cook without salt primarily for her. So what do you do with something like that? What's a good salt substitute, or is there any? I mean, because it is bland. I mean, when you don't season your food, it's bland.
Right.
But that seems to be a huge culprit for hypertension.
Well, you want to try to go with the sea salt. So this one, it's more healthier than the regular salt. However, you want to try to enhance the flavor of your food with some,
different spices.
Mrs.
Dash,
Mrs. Dash is okay because it's spices with no salt, but it gives you the flavor of salty food. But this will be the best route to go. Try to enhance the flavor of your food with some spices, and then that way, add oregano. There's so many spices out there without salt that you can use natural, like herbs, mostly herbs.
The obesity issue with children is huge, especially here in the United States, and it's really scary.
Absolutely.
So what do you attribute that to? Is it the lifestyle, or is it the actual food that has changed that we're buying from the grocery stores, or a combination of both?
Well, to be honest, I feel when it comes to children, it really touches me so bad, and I feel bad because you can't blame them or blame their parents. I blame actually the government because they don't have an actual program in schools to teach kids how to eat. This is what I'm looking for. We need to help our kids to have the knowledge, and that's my next project. I'm going to go into schools and offer classes, in a group settings where we can actually teach our kids how to choose healthy food, or maybe do a shopping tour to teach them, what to stay away from. And also the parents, there's also a big role the parents can play in order to help their kids on, helping them choose the best food out there.
And you said something very important in regards to school. A lot of the kids don't have a choice because of the food lines and what have you.
Right.
So they're eating the chili dogs, and they're eating, they're having the pop and all these other things.
Absolutely.
So what could we do as parents? And I know it's a wonderful idea to go and educate the students and what have you, but what can we do as parents, when we're driving down, and we see all these fast food and the kids are saying, I want this, I want McDonald's, I want Burger King, I want this. What's a good fun alternative to those things? I mean,
if they're younger, you are more likely to control them more. so you can have more control on the kids when they're younger.
Sure.
So here you can
About
start,
habits.
yes, so start with the new habits. You know, we're gonna go and cook ourselves. So have the kids in the kitchen, cooking with their families, making the salads, you know, and this is a good idea. That's number one. And then second, for mom, she can have fruits trays on a table, so when kids are passing by the kitchen, they want a snack, their eye just, you know, the attention,
on the fruit.
It's just on the fruits or vegetables. And then make soups that are included, you know, I know some kids don't like vegetables, so they can actually, the mother can cook the soup and add the vegetables, or the dad, absolutely. And the parents in general make, you know, they can make these recipes for their kids and try to have them. And I don't get me wrong, it's okay to have it maybe once every once a month or every once in a while, but your main focus is healthy food, whole food the most, and try to be creative. There's so many resources online that parents can really find. You know, one of them is my website. They can check it out. It's wholeisticwellnesscenter.com, and there's so many recipes that I have there where they can find how to help their kids actually, you know, have them choose healthy choices or healthy snacks.
Okay, we're running out of time, but I really want to get to this really quick. If I were to walk into your center and I was there and I wanted to, first of all, eat healthier and I wanted to lose weight,
right,
what would be the things that you would do and how long would that be? What
well,
kind of a
depend on your goal,
be?
but we usually start with a free health history and a free consultation, where you come in, we take your full body measurement, and we determine how long that will take you, because you might want to lose 10 pounds, 15 pounds, or 20. Everyone is different. And then we put our target goal and time, and then we start with personalizing a special menu plan based on your body composition analysis and the blood work that we do.
You do blood work as well.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And so there's not really an amount of time. It just depends. It's individual.
You know, right. But to make a new habits and change your lifestyle, at least you need about 6 months, I will say, to completely be satisfied with the program and keep maintaining that weight. Because I don't want you to lose that weight and then gain it back. I want you to maintain it.
So it's about healthy habits as well. So I'm going to ask you about the actual cost. I mean, is this something that is attainable for
Absolutely.
everyone?
We do have different packages for everyone that suits their budget. So, and then they can always come in to check the prices and have their free consultation where we can share with them the packages prices. But it's very affordable, and I keep that in mind that everyone is different, and what they can afford absolutely is not like, you know, any other person. So not to worry about prices. It's affordable for everyone, and they can come in and check it at any time.
So what would be your message to people for 2016 who have the goal of eating healthy and losing some weight?
My goal or my message is, if you have a goal to change, make change instant. Don't wait till the new year to make a new resolution. Start by today and say, I want to drink my cup of coffee without sugar today, or I'm going to skip the pop. You know, do not think, oh, I'm going to go strictly with it. It's not a diet. It's a new habit. It's a lifestyle. So start instantly, and then just right now, if you want to make that change.
So it's really little changes that lead up to a complete change.
Yes,
of
you can't
lifestyle.
change overnight. I mean, it took me a while until I've, you know, learned and, you know, made that changes myself and made those new habits, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, well, this has been an abundance of information, and I think it's really important.
Absolutely.
The work that you do, and just focusing on health, because that has been a real focus for everyone. And I think it's the foods we eat. It really, really is. So we have to be conscious of that. So Nadia Akanan from the Wholeistic Wellness Center, located on Ford Road.
Yes, 24619 Suite B.
24619
Suite B, Ford Road.
Ford Road. So go visit Nadia to promote a healthier lifestyle and eat better. And I think we all need to do that.
Yes, we all need to.
Thank you so much for joining us on Community Connection today. I hope you took something away from this. Little changes can make a big difference. Have a good day.